What is up, gamers? In today's video, we have a boatload of new leaks on the CDN regarding Dragon Isle. So huge shout out to David A for this. He has me and Michael working overtime today. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of the leaks today. So this first image is called Spine-Dragon-Astral. So this is going to be what the Astral Dragon looks like. Now, I love the color palette. It's really good. Yellow, blue, orange. It does fit the Astral theme. Over here, these seem to be like talons, and in the right, you can see its eyes. You can see different parts of its face, and just a lot of jumbled up stuff. I'm not sure how spines are supposed to like fit together, but yeah, I'm pretty sure all of these are just supposed to be wings and the shadows for the wings. Now, we actually don't need to guess anything about this Astral Dragon because this next image is the NPC face for the dragon. In my opinion, this thing looks really sick. You can see all of these pieces sort of coming together, and it seems to have the same expressions as a similar dragon that we saw in a previous video. Overall, I really love the design. It sort of has like these cool horns with like an orb sort of hovering above it. It does kind of give me Luma vibes, if I'm being honest. But the wings are really cool. I feel like the blue kind of gives the color palette more diversity. Now, this next image is actually really interesting because the name for it is Spine-Dragon-Physical. I thought it would be the fire dragon, but it's actually the physical dragon. You can see the physical logo in the top right. Now you can see what its wings are going to look like. Here are the main wings and probably the shadows for the wings. And it's more red than the gray that we see most of the time associated with physical. This looks to be sort of like a mouth. This is like a nose or like a claw. And you can see its main body, its talons and claws. And it seems to have quite a bit of body armor. But this next image is actually the full physical dragon. Honestly, put together, it does look more like a fire dragon, but it does look really cool. So from the looks of it, it has 2 eyes on one side, which means it has 2 eyes on the other side, so he has 4 eyes. But all of the expressions are basically the same as the other dragons. He has a neutral face, a surprised face, and a crying face. So there seems to be sort of a pattern with this, so we're probably going to see this with the other dragons. As I suspected, this physical dragon does have a lot of armor on. He has these cool little like rock-like scales. He has like the same color with his horns. Overall, all these designs are really cool. Now, this next image is probably the most exciting because this is NPC-Face-Puppet-Master-Reborn. So we can finally take a good look at what the Puppet Master is going to look like. And honestly, he looks so much cooler than before. He has sort of like these glistening crystals on his chest. He does look much smaller, but I feel like the hood kind of does look cooler. And it seems like his wand that kind of looks like a dragon scale has a crystal inside of it. Now, these are the NPC faces for the Puppet Master, so he has a neutral face, surprised face, and sad face. It seems like this new crystal or this like dragon scale encased in it is sort of supercharging his powers. Overall, the design, another great one. These next few images are really cool because this right here is called Icon-Dragon Orb-Astral. So these next few images are actually just going to be the different elemental dragon orbs. And I think these are maybe the equivalent of keystones in Dragon Isle. And maybe they'll give you certain abilities. Now, obviously, I love this already. Like, the design department did an amazing job on all of these. There's a really cool cross with the little orb in the middle, and I love the little swirls inside of it. And it's basically a replica of the Astral Dragon. So this next dragon orb is actually for the fire dragon. Now, I think this actually looks really cool because now it kind of gives us a look of what the fire dragon is going to look like. This time he has sort of like an orange orb with sort of like a grenade or like a spike sticking out of it. Overall, a super cool design. Now, I'm going to rush through the next few dragon orbs. Now we can see what the ice dragon is going to look like with a more blue orb. This is actually going to be the physical orb, so you can see the 4 eyes of the physical dragon looking down on sort of like a gray orb. So this one is the earth dragon orb. Now we can take a good look at what these dragons are going to look like. It has sort of a green orb, more curved horns, and sort of like leafy-ish wings. This is the shadow dragon orb. In a previous Dragon Isle leaked video, we actually saw what it looks like, and it's actually pretty accurate to the orb icon. And then this next one is going to be for the Storm Dragon, so it has a yellow orb, and it's actually an interesting design. It's actually pink and blue, which I think is really cool, and it sort of has like lightning bolts for a tail. And this last one is for the Water Dragon. We have a dark blue orb, and it kind of looks like a mouse more than an actual dragon. I like the flippers with instead of the actual dragon tail. Now we actually have a few voice lines as well that were leaked to the CDN, so let me just play this.
Wow, is that the Dragon Isle? I thought it was just a legend. Why did it show up now? Does this have something to do with the Keystones? Well, now that it's here, let's check it out. I heard that some rare pets live there.
So that was the audio for one of them. Now there's a third one that's super long, so I'm only gonna play the second one, which is only about 8 seconds long. Now this one it's called audio/first_dragon_orb. This is probably what's going to play when you get the first dragon orb, so let's take a listen.
That's it. We got our first dragon orb. Now I just got to use it to find our first dragon.
So it seems like the dragon orb isn't actually when you defeat the dragon, it's your way to find the dragon, so maybe you have to like defeat a certain amount of monsters, maybe complete a quest or something. But this is all really interesting information. I honestly didn't expect this much stuff to come all in one CDN update. So now we know relatively what all of the elemental dragons will look like, as well as some of their NPC faces. Now the new Puppet Master actually looks super cool. It seems like he's like supercharged with new magic. All in all, I am super excited for Dragon Isle. If you guys enjoyed this video, go down below and hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you later. Peace.